from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening. This is the National News Telecast. I'm Movin Hettiarachi.
And I'm Sharma Screeners. First, it's a look at the day's headlines.
Prices of rice, kottu and fried rice have been reduced by 20%. The price of a cup of tea has also decreased. A tax income of 25.58 billion rupees has been earned during the first quarter of this year. Farmers will be provided with money instead of fertilizer. Asian Development Bank has predicted a positive note on Sri Lanka's economy. Children and parents who study at the night school. Donald Trump says the allegations leveled against him cause a disrespect to the USA. Now on to those and more stories in detail. On today's top story, today is the Buck Full Moon Poya Day.
Many religious programs have been organized in all Buddhist temples and centers throughout the island today to mark the Poya Day. Many historic events had occurred in this Poya. According to the history of Buddhist order, the second visit of the Lord Buddha to Sri Lanka had taken place on Buck Full Moon Poya Day. Lord Buddha had arrived in the Nagadeepa to solve a dispute between two brothers of Naga tribe in Sri Lanka, namely Chulodara Mahodara today. And it is also significant as Naga tribe king Maniakkita invited Lord Buddha to visit Kelaniya. Many religious programs, including almsgiving, silk campaigns and meditation programs, were held at Buddhist temples island-wide throughout the day. The Saddharma Varsha Poya Day series of religious programs organized by the national television have been telecast live throughout the day from Sri Medankararama Temple at Uyamwat in Giriulla. Buddha Puja, Dhamma sermons, religious discussions and many community treatment programs have also been organized under the patronage of the chief incumbent of the temple, the Venerable Konduruwave Medankara Thera. Another Dhamma sermon of the Dharmadipani Saddharma Dharma preaching series was held at the temple trees under the patronage of Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena this morning. Today, Dharma Deshana was delivered by the Venerable Diyasenpura Vimala Thera. The Siris Sadaham Seta Dhamma Deshana was held at the leader's office today. Chief incumbent of the Kulanawa Ancient Temple, the Venerable Kulanawa Dhammika Thera, delivered the Dhamma Deshana. Another Dhamma preaching ceremony was held at the UMP headquarters, Sirikota, this morning. Deputy Registrar of the Kotte Sri Kalyani Sangha Sabha, the Venerable Dr. Maitipe Vimalasara Thera, delivered the Dhamma Deshana.
The All Island Canteen Owners Association says that the price of rice packet, fried rice and koti roti will be reduced by 20% from midnight today to pass the benefit of the reduction of LP gas prices to the general public. The price drop of tea will also be reduced by 10 rupees. President Owner of the Canteen Owners Association, Asela Sampath, said that this decision will be effective from midnight today and the canteen and hotel owners should decrease the prices of the items immediately. Accordingly, 500 rupee koti roti will be reduced by 100 rupees up to 400 rupees. Other food items, including short eats, should be reduced. A plain tea should be sold at 30 rupees, while a milk tea should be at 90 rupees. The canteen and hotel owners must give this benefit to the consumers immediately.
Minister of Agriculture Mahinda Amaravira says that the financial grants will be provided to farmers for the March season instead of distributing fertilizer by the government. Accordingly, each farmer will be provided with a QR code. The government has decided to stop distribution of fertilizer by the government during the March season of this year. Accordingly, a financial grant will be given to the farmers to purchase chemical and organic fertilizer, seeds and other agriculture applications. The farmers can obtain relevant agricultural needs using their QR code. The government has spent 6.5 billion rupees to distribute urea and Bandi fertilizer at concessionary rates. A sum of 2 billion rupees has been spent to distribute TSP of mud fertilizer. The minister says that the farmer can purchase fertilizer and other agricultural needs as per their wish by using the QR code.
The Inland Revenue Department says that a sum of 25.58 billion rupees has been earned as personal income tax during the first quarter of this year. Commissioner General of Inland Revenue, DRS Hapuarachi, states that there is a gradual growth of income tax income from January to March this year. A sum of 3,110 million rupees has been earned as income tax in January. The amount has increased up to 10.54 billion rupees in February, and the amount is 11.93 billion rupees in March of this year.
The Asian Development Bank has predicted a positive note on Sri Lanka's economy. In the annual report titled Asian Development Outlook, it has been predicted that Sri Lanka will have a positive economic growth by 2024 following a gradual development. The ADB report has stated that although Sri Lanka's economy had 7.8% downturn last year, it will turn about 3% mark this year. The report has also pointed out that the challenges of the debt restructuring and difficulties in balance of trade will be the cause for its downturn. However, the changes of tax policies and the grant of IMF credit line will lead to a possible 1.3 plus economic growth in 2024. The ADB report has further stated that Sri Lanka's economic recovery will be based on the current progress of credit facilities and the stable implementation of restructuring policies.
State Minister Shahan Semasinghe says that the Treasury cannot further maintain the loss of making government entities or they are unable to reach the expected targets. He pointed out that these facts at a ceremony held at the Ministry of Finance yesterday. A function has been organized at the ministry to sign agreements for the expression of interest with regard to several public enterprises. State Minister Semasinghe stated that out of 52 strategically important state entities, 13 are making a loss at the moment. The entire annual loss of these institutions exceed over 811 billion rupees. Although several profit-making entities earn 218 billion rupees annually, only 28 billion rupees have been paid to the Treasury as taxes. The State Minister further said that even the market of monopoly of this government, many public enterprises are running at a loss. The Forbes Business magazine has included Sri Lanka among the top 23 tourist destinations in the world.
This decision has been taken following the consideration of views and opinions of tourism specialists. Reputed tourism figure and Emmy Award winner Juliana Brost has also pointed out reasons for touring in Sri Lanka. She has admired the city of Colombo, beautiful sea beaches, stretching paddy lands, cascading waterfalls, beautiful in highlands and several other reasons. Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau is achieving a considerable duty in popularizing Sri Lanka's tourism industry throughout the world. The Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau had invited Juliana Brost to visit Sri Lanka and provided facilities to her several years ago. Now that the tourism industry in Sri Lanka is marking a rapid development in the trade with the support of the government. Three persons have died in a road accident occurred last night at Yalabova area along the Vallavaya Thanamalvilla main road.
The police have said a small child has received injuries in this accident. A three-wheeler and a cab had a head-on collision, and three members of the same family travelling in the three-wheeler had died in the accident. They are residents of Paragasman Kada area in Vallavaya. One of the victims is a police sergeant attached to the Thanamalvilla police headquarters. The other two victims are his wife and father. According to the police, the cab had been driven with a high speed and knocked the three-wheeler, and the driver of the cab is to be prosecuted before the courts. A young woman has died in the road accident occurred in Kajugama area along Colombo-Kandy Main Road. While the woman was travelling in a motorcycle, an army bus had knocked down the motorcycle.
Minister of Justice Vijayadasa Rajapaksa says that the right to answer in mother tongue for the law college examination is effective for the exam that is scheduled on the 24th of this month. In an inquiry made by the minister said that he will immediate to meet the justice for the students who have not applied for this exam due to the language problem. Answering the question, what is the decision taken with regard to the students who have not applied for the examination due to the language problem? Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said that the relevant clause will be repealed and the students will be permitted to write the examination in their mother language. The principal of the law college has already published a notice in this connection.
Minister of Education Susil Premachan says a change should be carried out in the current education system.
He made these remarks yesterday participating at a media briefing held in connection with Sri Lanka Skills Expo 2023 exhibition. Sri Lanka Skills Expo 2023 exhibition will be held from the 12th to the 14th of May at the BMICH. The exhibition has been organized under various sectors including construction, industry, information and communication technology, manufacture and engineering, tourism and agriculture industry. The organizers say that this exhibition will provide ample opportunities for persons who are willing to gain knowledge and obtain jobs in these sectors. Minister Susil Premachan said that for over 75 years, Sri Lanka's education exam centred due to this reason. The country has not been able to produce skilled and talented human resources. That is why a younger generation is demanding a system change. The government has now started the system change in the education sector. Instead of the traditional degree courses, our higher education sector must plan modern courses suited to the next decade and beyond. This is a serious challenge for the country. Those who are unable to adapt new changes, tempted to resist new developments.
Hollywood actor and Batman star Christian Bale was seen posing with Sri Lankan Airlines crew. Christian Bale was on a flight UL-115 yesterday. Christian Bale is known for his versatility and physical transformations and for his roles in films. He has received very various accolades, including an Academy Award and 2 Golden Globe Awards. Forbes magazine ranked him as one of the highest paid actors in 2014. He has portrayed his renowned roles of Bruce Wayne in Batman, The Dark Knight film trilogy. In a tweet, Sri Lankan Airlines had pointed out that the actor was provided with a memorable Sri Lankan experience on his journey to Mali to Colombo yesterday. The line has further indicated the interest in welcoming the Hollywood actor again on the national carrier.
Today is the 5th day of the Sundara Nuvareliya Salalihini Vasanthaya 2023 festival. Visitors who had arrived in Nuvareliya city are able to participate in a number of special programs organized at many places, including the Gregory Lake area. National Television is the official media sponsor of the event for this year as well.
Sri Lanka Insurance සමගින් සුන්දර නුවරඑළිය සැලලිහිණි වසන්තය 2023.
Many foreigners are fond of travelling in Sri Lanka as the country has totally different climatic zones with quick access from the capital Colombo. Nuvareliya has very much attractive due to its significant features of climate and environment. It is a nicknamed as Little England due to its environmental specialities. The visitors are cordially invited to come to view the Spring Festival in Nuvareliya and to enjoy the biodiversity and beautiful scenery in the surrounding areas.
What do you think about Sri Lanka?
It's very nice, very beautiful. Have a wonderful country.
Come to Sri Lanka. It's a great adventure, a great country, and the people are very nice.
Really beautiful, sometimes really hot, but everyone come to Sri Lanka. It's really beautiful.
For my friends to come here to Sri Lanka, the best country in the world after Spain.
Very nice country. Lots of good places.
A meeting of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna has been held recently at Giritale in Polonnaruwa. It has been organised by State Minister Shripala Gamala. Parliamentarians S.M. Chandrasena, Johnston Fernando, Nama Rajapaksha and General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Sagar Karyavasam, attended the meeting.
Numerous religious programs were held at many places in the island today in line with the Bak Full Moon Poya. A program to distribute dry rations to 750 low-income families was held at the Gangarama Temple in Colombo today. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena and Chinese Ambassador in Sri Lanka Shi Shenghong were the chief guests at this occasion. Chinese Buddhist Congress had donated dry rations. The annual New Rice Gathering Festival of the historic Walana Ancient Satra Mahadevali in Katunayaka held recently. A procession organized to invoke blessings to the country also paraded the streets. A boy was ordained as Samanera Bhikkhu today at the Pradakshina Rama Temple in Panaduru recently under the patronage of the chief incumbent, the Venerable Udagomadiye Anandasiri Thera. An all-night period chanting ceremony was held recently to mark the 92nd anniversary of the Arukwatta Sanasa Bank in Paduka. The new shrine room constructed at the Sri Sugatarama Raja Mahavihara at Asalla in Vayangada was declared open today under the auspices of the Mahanayaka of the Ramanya chapter, the Most Venerable Mukulave Vimala Nayaka Thera. The annual blood donation program at the Sri Vishuddharama Temple in Borupana was held today for the third occasion. Venerable Vatupula Vangisa Nayaka Thera was appointed as the Deputy Chief Sangha Nayaka of the Udunura province. Ceremony in this connection was held at the Malvatu Vihara in Kandy under the patronage of the Most Venerable Tibbaduave Sri Sumangala Mahanayaka Thera.
Route Traveller feature today focused its attention to the natural bathing pool located in Lellopitia in Ratnapura. We request you visit this beautiful natural environment without causing any damage to the surrounding area.
This bathing spot has been formed by a natural water stream which flows to a tributary of Denavaka River. It is mentioned in folk stories that conch shells were found at this natural pool. This attractive natural water source is surrounded by a beautiful green range of mountains. It is also reported that a village headman lived in this area had developed this natural water pool using elephants. Later, a dam is made by cement blocking the stream, making it as an attractive swimming pool. People in the area and even foreign tourists visit this place daily and refresh themselves by bathing and swimming in this pool. Villagers say that this fountain of water will never be shrunk, even in a severe drought. Many villagers in the surrounding areas use this water source for their daily needs and drinking purposes.
The attention is focused today on a school where children and their parents study together.
This is a night school located in the Kolonava area. People in this area engaged in farming and many other trades as their way of living. The children in this area has no facilities to have private tuition. As a solution to this problem, this night school system has been set up in the Kolonava Educational Division. Many schools in the Kolona area conduct such night schools. A significant feature of this school is that while their children engage in studies, the parents also take part in training courses of making sweets and cakes, brooms and eco-brooms and many other self-employment opportunities. It is happy to say that the Provincial Education Department has extended its support to conduct these night schools from 6 to 10 p.m. The JVP marked the 52nd April Viru Samaruma or the Party Heroes commemoration in Matale, Kalutara and Vallabaya areas today.
The leader of the JVP, Anukumara Dissanayake, participated at this commemoration ceremony held in Matale today. The ceremony was held at the Matale Hotel School Auditorium and the members of the party who engaged in the 1971 insurrection were remembered by the lighting of oil lamps. Now on to foreign news. Former President of the United States, Donald Trump, says that the only crime he has committed is to fearlessly defend his nation from those who seek to destroy it. The former president was charged with 34 counts in a Manhattan court in New York yesterday. These relate to hush money payments to the porn star Stormy Daniels, who says they had an affair. Donald Trump is the first U.S. president in history to face a criminal trial. He said that the fake case was simply a part of the Democratic conspiracy to interfere with the next year's presidential election in which he is running. Earlier, he sat silently for nearly an hour-long proceedings before Judge Joan Merchant, speaking out loudly only in response to the judge's questions and to enter his plea of not guilty. Mr. Trump said nothing to the reporters as he left the court. The case against the former president hinges on a hush money payment of $130,000 made before the 2016 presidential election. While such payment is not illegal, spending money to help a presidential campaign but not disclosing it violates federal campaign finance law. His former lawyer, Michael Cohen, who turned against Trump, has made a payment at Trump's discretion.
Catalonia region in northeastern Spain is currently facing the worst floods in decades as authorities remove fish from drying reservoir. A severe and prolonged drought has taken hold in Spain as wildfires wreaked havoc unseasonably early and reservoirs dried up almost completely, with authorities fearing the dry spell could be the worst the country has faced in decades. The drought has already affected up to 6 million people, with restrictions on water use and evacuations due to widespread wildfires even during springtime. The water level in Sau Reservoir, which supplies water to the city and other towns in the northeastern region of Catalonia, has dropped so low that there is already a risk the water will be contaminated by silt. Authorities have ordered the removal of fish from the reservoir with nets to prevent them from dying and rotting in the water, making it unusable for human consumption. The reservoir became the most visible symbol of the worst drought this area has seen in living memory after the 11th century church of Sant Romà de Sau, which was submerged when the reservoir was created, showed about as water levels went down.
Now on to sporting news. Today was the second T20 encounter between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. After the first exciting match, New Zealand won today's encounter by 9 wickets.
Batted first, Sri Lanka scored 141 runs all out. Dhananjaya de Silva scored 37 runs. Adam claimed 5 Sri Lankan wickets. New Zealand passed the victory target, losing only 1 wicket. Tim Seifert scored 79 runs, not out. Both teams have won 1 match each in the 3-match T20 international series. The 5-member committee report prepared regarding the frauds and corruption in the Sri Lanka Football Federation was handed over to the Minister of Sports, Roshan Ranasinghe, yesterday. The committee has issued recommendations on the future activities of the Sri Lanka Football Federation.
That's it for tonight's English News telecast. Thanks for joining us. Good night.